Good morning, and I welcome all of you all for Superfoods Super Mornings with Dr. Shilpi. Yes, today yet another superfood that we're going to discuss, and it's one of our most important spices. It's regularly used in our kitchen, and that is ginger. So ginger, officially called as gingiber officinale, and it's a root actually of the same family of turmeric, cardamom, and galangal. So ginger is one of the widely used spices that we have, and uh, it's used as a spice. It is used in folk medicine. It's a herbaceous perennial, and it was domesticated for its beneficial effects, and it was brought in by the Austronesian sailors into India. That's what history says. And ginger actually has so many health benefits. So that's why we call it a super fragrant spice with medicinal properties, wherein you can use it as vegetable, you candy it, you make sodas out of it, you make pickles out of it, you make alcohol beverages like ginger wine, ginger ale, and ginger beer with it, and you can have fresh juices. It's pickled with vinegar, it's steeped into tea, wherein it is used as ginger tea. And I am at Urban Kisan today, and we have the Zizira Ing Makhir. It's a fitness tea made out of ginger, and ginger has its own volatile oils, zinzerone, shagols, and gingerols. This has gingerols in it, and it is a very potent gingerol ginger from Meghalaya that this fitness tea has. And you just have to put these into water and hot water and allow it to steep, and enjoy the sip. So basically this is from Meghalaya, and this is one of the world's most you know uh, wanted fit teas, and that's available at Urban Kisan. And coming about ginger, so ginger is not only used in masala chais, it is cooked with pulses, lentils, ginger garlic paste, what we have on a regular basis in our kitchens. The powder of ginger, this is ginger powder, which is used in my home. It is used to make gingerbread, cookies, crackers, cakes, and ginger powder is also put into tea and also into savories and all. And in my house we use ginger powder for making a dish with curd and buttermilk. That's flavored buttermilk that we use, and it tastes awesome, and it has digestive properties also. So what does ginger contain? Now ginger has 79% of water. We have sugar, about carbs about 18%, 2% of protein, and 1% of fat. And it is a very good source of fiber also, because there's a lot of fiber in it. So the protein content is also around 2%. And I had a very good memory of ginger in my childhood. We had this family friends, and if Rashna is watching, and the festival of Navroz in Parsis, they make gingerbread, which is one of my favorite gingerbreads that I like, and it is made on Navroz, the Parsi New Year day. And I still remember auntie doing it, and I used to love gingerbread. That's for you, Rashna. And ginger per se has so many health benefits, and it's loaded with B6, it is loaded with manganese, it is loaded with magnesium and lot of minerals, calcium, iron, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, zinc, but all in very low quantities. Yes, and it's a very beautiful plant. Recently we harvested ginger at home, so I don't have any ginger plant as of now. But if you have extra ginger at home, loose sandy soil, you can put the ginger inside and just leave it. It sprouts, and then there comes beautiful stem with lots and lots of leaves. The leaves look like, they are long elongated leaves, and they look very, very beautiful. The flowers have yellow petals and purple edges. They are even used for beautification in the houses. Other than the ginger that comes in about 3 or 4 months, when you put one small rhizome, even if you put this much small of rhizome, you get about more than this big size of ginger out of it, and it gives nice decoration to the plants also. It needs a lot of moisture in the air, and sandy soils and heat also it takes in. So that's about ginger, growing ginger at home. And you have very good combinations of ginger that goes with honey, as in you can have the green tea and honey and ginger concoction. It is also very, very good and very tasty, very refreshing. It helps in digestion. And you have this dry ginger. This dry ginger was brought to me by Sharda, one of my colleagues and friends. And this dry ginger is also used in our traditional cuisine, wherein you put tempering out of this dry ginger and dry ginger powder to give that authentic essential flavor to food. And this dry ginger helps in digestion and stomach ailments. So this is dry ginger, and this was bought to me and given to me by Sharda, and this was bought from Kerala. So this is another organic product that I have at home. And the quality of ginger is everybody's concern. You have to take when it is very, it looks fresh, and the skin is little thinner, and thinner skin is, if you have a very thin skin, it means it is just freshly harvested. Usually there is soil attached to it to prevent it from getting rotted. And then to store ginger, you can put it in fridge, or if you don't have fridge, you can also store it in soils. So that is also very, very easy to preserve ginger. And you know about our very, very famous ginger garlic paste, especially people in Hyderabad. Definitely they use a lot of ginger garlic in their cuisine, especially for the curries, for the non-vegetarian curries and all that. They take about sometimes into 1:1 portion of ginger garlic, a little salt and turmeric. They grind and keep it and preserve it for cooking and flavoring of dishes. It also helps in digestion, and there are so many benefits. But as I always try to balance things, and we discuss the disadvantages first and then advantages. If you have to talk about disadvantages, if you take a lot of ginger, it can cause stomach upset, it can cause vomitings, if you take a lot of it. And it can interact with drugs like anticoagulants like warfarin, aspirin, and also it has got a potential of interfering with it can cause digestive problems. It can cause rashes, heartburn, and it can cause pain and abdominal discomfort if you take in lots and lots of quantities. But then yes, it has a little here and there interaction with warfarin, aspirin, and nifedipine, a cardiac drug which is used for hypertension, and that is about its disadvantages. But per se, ginger, if you have to talk about ginger, the advantages are always more than the disadvantages. And advantages per se, there's a varied range of advantages and uses. It is for pregnant and lactating mothers. I have a advantage in the first trimester. When pregnant women have nausea and vomiting, we ask them to have ginger, which is a very good anti-emetic. It decreases the nausea. You can have it as a candied ginger. I still remember when I was very small and we used to travel in those bus stands and railway stations and all those places. You get candied ginger, which is a potent anti-emetic, and it prevents motion sickness. So when you're traveling in bus, they call it as allam murabba. That is the candied ginger, which has got this potential of decreasing nausea, motion sickness, and vomiting tendency. So that if you have a small portion of it and keep it just below your buccal mucosa, it gives a long-term anti-emetic effect, and the nauseous feeling will come down. So this is about a small tip about candied ginger, which is called as allam murabba. It is nothing but fresh ginger, caramelized with sugar and made it into a candy. This is a small tip for today. And when you have to talk further about ginger, it halts the growth of E. coli and Shigella, which are unhealthy bacteria that cause a lot of infections and a lot of problems in the gut. So it also works it works against a respiratory syncytial virus, the RSV virus, which cause cold, cough and flu. So ginger tea or ginger concoction or ginger per se in the morning, if you take, especially when you have cold, cough, flu, it gives lots of relief. It has antiviral properties. It removes the nasal block, and it gives you a better breathing once the decongestion is done. So this is about the antibacterial and antiviral properties that it has. And as I have told you, the gingerols kill the unhealthy oral bacteria, especially that cause the periodontal disease. Those bacteria are killed by gingerols, which is present in ginger. So it is again, it gives you health of your mouth, the oral cavity, fights against bad breath, and fights also against any periodontal disease, that is a disease of the gums. It prevents. So as I have told you, it is a very potent home medicine for decreasing nausea, decreasing gas, decreasing seasickness. It also has some role which has been extensively studied in chemotherapy, especially when chemotherapy is given. You have lots and lots of nausea. So any beneficial effects of chemotherapy, anti-vomiting effect of ginger on patients who are taking chemotherapy is extensively studied nowadays. And when you have a lot of muscle pains, especially it is not a painkiller, but though when you have a lot of muscle pains and sore muscles, especially after you work out and you have sore muscles, if you take your ginger tea or if you take ginger concoction or anything that is related to ginger, it soothes your sore muscles. And there is evidence that it shows some ease against arthritis symptoms. Though it is not a painkiller, but yes, it works a little on arthritis symptoms. And there is extensive research going on on its effects on cancer growth, because it is studied now extensively for colorectal, gastric, ovarian, liver, skin, breast and prostate cancers. Because of its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, anything that works as an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory agent, it definitely has beneficial against long-term diseases like cancers. It also helps in decreasing blood sugar. The working potential of insulin, which is the hormone that decreases sugar or controls the sugar levels in your body, it enhances the insulin effects, so it decreases blood sugar. And it is also used for dysmenorrhea, that is the period pain. So if you have ginger during your periods, it definitely decreases the pain and the lower abdominal discomfort. And it has got cholesterol lowering property. This property of cholesterol lowering and insulin enhancing activity that it has, it protects against chronic diseases. As I have told you, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agents have an enormous positive effect on chronic diseases like hypertension, diabetes, cardiac diseases, lung diseases, and very good as an anti-aging agent. And if you have ginger before your say meal, definitely it is known to enhance your digestion and relieve symptoms of indigestion. So Ginger is also used potentially for treating indigestions and low appetite conditions, wherein ginger concoction, sometimes ginger powder with honey is also given for relieving these kind of problems. So ginger per se has lots and lots of benefits. It's very good, it's ideal, it's available, it's local, you can grow it at home. And when you have these superfoods that grow in the local area, you definitely have an easy approach to it. And it grows well in our weather, and it grows well in your garden, in your kitchen gardens, and even a small piece can give you both a decorative effect of the plant and also lots and lots of ginger to multiply. And ginger stores well, and it lasts long, so does not have an issue in terms of storage. It can also be made into dry ginger and stored. It can be made into dry ginger powder and stored. It can be working with teas and a concoction, and breads and pies and all that. And also it's really good for health. So I, as a doctor, usually give small tips to a pregnant woman in the first trimester. Include ginger in your diet so that your nausea decreases. Post delivered mothers, the ginger, the sant that is given to enhance lactation is also made by gum resins, nuts, and sugar and salt, that is a dry ginger powder, which is added and made into panjeri. I had one class on panjeri also. That is also very beneficial for lactating mothers, for pregnant women, and for overall health. So it's all about ginger, and ginger has so many benefits. It's really good. It's local, it's available, and it's sustainable. So this is all about ginger, and I am Dr. Shilpi, coming every day morning with superfoods and super mornings. So any anything that is bio, which is sustainable and has a health benefit has to be encouraged, and that is about sustainable living.